This video is sponsored by OneFootball. OneFootball's app makes it easy to keep up to date with transfer news, scores and stats all in the one place. To download the OneFootball app, click the link in the description. The app is free.
Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the player ratings for Everton 2, Watford 2, a disappointing result at Goodison Park. Obviously a last minute equaliser, 95th minute equaliser by Luca Dean secured as a point tonight in a massively frustrating game, wasn't it? We were, I don't know really what we were. We started pretty well and then we faded, and then they just took over, and in a mad 5-minute spell in the second half it all just seemed to fall to bits when they scored twice and we missed the penalty. But there you have it. Jordan Pickford, I've put him down for a 7. Quite a normal game for him. Really didn't have much of a chance with either of the goals. Didn't have that much to do, but what he did have to do, he did it okay. Made a couple of punches from corner kicks, things like that, but can't really mark him down for anything. Seamus Coleman, I've given a 3. I thought he was terrible. Not only did he concede an own goal, which was a bit unlucky, but I've just been looking at how they analysed it on Monday Night Football, and I don't know, he didn't really give himself much of a chance. And the second goal, again, he didn't have much of a chance, but you know, could he have done better? Could he have faced up a bit better? He give the Corey a bit of a jump on him, and I just thought his play overall was really poor. He doesn't, when he gets the ball, he never seems to want to run at anyone now. I've seen a couple of times where the ball was put in front of him to run at the fullback, and he just stops. He just stops now and turns. That's all he does now. And you know, once you start doing stuff like that, you start thinking we're gonna have to start looking at this position soon, because if he hasn't got the ability. Number one, if it's confidence, that's one of those things. But if it's just not the ability anymore to go past people using pace, then you've got to start looking around and start thinking, is it time to be looking for his replacement? Because we've done this with other players in the past, where you just leave it and you leave it and you leave it, and you start hating a player. Not hating a player, but just you know, you don't want it to go too long. So I thought he was poor tonight. Lucas Digne, I've given a 7, mainly because of that goal. I actually thought that we did contribute to their second goal. I think it was the second goal or the first goal. Yeah, it was the first goal. Sorry. Bernard was behind them, and it was Bernard's header to win, and Digne's gone and headed it and then slipped, and that's allowed the player in for the cross. But I thought he was quite good. I thought he got down the byline well and put crosses in and things like that. Linked up play nicely with Bernard in the first half. But his free kick was superb and it got us a point, so he gets a 7 for that. Michael Keane, I've put down for a 7. I thought him and Mina I've put down for 7s. I thought they were quite comfortable all night, to be honest. They didn't really have to deal with that much. And you know, you look at both goals and you just think, could they have done anything to prevent them? Not much, really. You know, I thought they were both strong in the air. They come to sort of try and bully us a little bit. I thought both of them done quite well. Mina got a yellow card quite early on for a stupid handball, and he dealt with that quite comfortably as well. So I thought they did quite well. I didn't think that's where really the problems came from for Watford. Garner, I've give a 3. I thought he was rubbish as well. I just thought midfielder we were completely overrun, and you know, when he was in possession, he was poor, and when he was out of possession, he just didn't break it up enough. I think you look at someone like Decore and you see physically how strong he is and how he can go both ways. I think that's sort of the template for that kind of player. Garner as well, though, what I will say is that he's been good this season, and he might just be suffering a little bit of fatigue. You know, he hasn't been one that's been in and out the team, so he might be struggling. I think as a whole, this team is struggling from fatigue at the moment. Again, you would think tonight there might be a couple of changes, you know, to the team just to help it. Even subs. Tom Davies could have come on maybe at 1-0 and stabilised that midfield a little bit. We'll talk about the subs in a minute. So I'll give Garner a 3. Gomez, I've give a 5. Didn't think he was up to it tonight either. Although he did set the first goal up, which was quite fortuitous, but he did set the first goal up. I don't think he had the best of games. I just thought tonight there's such a lack of pace in the team, and in terms of tempo of how we moved the ball, and that was the real problem. We just didn't move the ball at any kind of pace. It was the same against Newcastle, and where beforehand in the home games we've been wearing teams down, pace coming on second half. In the last 2 games we haven't had that. We just haven't had that. We've run out of energy since the Merseyside derby. We really have. And the opposition have got, well, Newcastle dealt with it and Watford got stronger tonight. So that's maybe where we need to start looking at changing a couple of players or better subs. So I'll give Gomez a 5. Gylfi I've give a 4. Didn't do much, pretty inept, and obviously missed a penalty. And why does he keep on taking penalties like this? He took one in the World Cup, he hit the bar. Then he took another one in the... Oh no, he took one in the World Cup, he put it to the goalie and he saved it. Then he put one like that down the middle and it clipped off the bar and went in. Then he took one against Fulham. Why not just, put it in pick a corner and put it in the corner. I think the one at Old Trafford, he put it in the corner. Foster's going the other way. Just wait a second to put that. I mean, the game could have been completely different if he puts that in. If he makes it 2-2 and there's 20 minutes to go, the game's going to be completely different. We get a lift from it. But I just thought that because it happened so quickly, they scored 2 and then he misses a penalty a minute later. I think that just took any energy that we had, just took out of it. I mean, we kept going, but I think if we'd scored then, I think we could have gone on and won it. So, but all-round play, just, again, another one that maybe there needs to be a change. Bernard, I thought he played quite well first half. I've given him a 6. I thought he played quite well first half, but just went out of it second half and ended up being subbed. Lovely, lots of lovely little flicks. But is he making chances? Not too many. He's not getting chances either. That's another problem we've got in this team. The wide players are not getting chances. That needs to be looked at. Not enough goals in this team. Not enough goals. So he gets a 5. Walcott, a 4. Again, he's just so lacking in confidence. He's not doing the things that he just normally do, which is take players on, get the ball and just take them on. He's turning and he's looking for it and he's looking for something else and he's looking for the overlap. Just get the ball, get your head down and try and take people on and just find that little bit of confidence. Get into the box with pace and you'll probably, they might bring you down. Yeah. Richarlison, I've given a 6. Took his goal really, really well. Brilliant, lots of energy. But as a centre forward, does he do enough? Does he create enough chances? Does he get on the end of enough chances? His goal, he took really well. I'll give him that. But is he contributing what you need in these games as a centre forward? Could he be doing what he does out wide? Yes, is the answer to that. I would like to have seen us, when we were 1-0 up, bring Dominic Calvert-Lewin on down the middle and played Richarlison off the left and maybe have put Bernard on the right. Because I think we could have got exactly the same out of him tonight, but just in a wide area, exactly the same. Giving us some... I just thought in the second half, we don't make bread and butter chances. Everything is just pass. Then we get an opening. Whereas other teams just seem to do... I'll put a long ball or a quick 1-2 and they're in. Everything for us just seems to be laboured. And if we haven't got any pace, any tempo in our play, we struggle to make chances. So I thought he could have done that out wide, certainly in the second half. And then obviously he ended up going out wide. But I think that should have happened earlier. So I've given him a 6. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, Cenk Tosun, Lookman, I've all given 4s because they did very, very little when they came on. On the subs, I think it's something that has been bugging me for a few weeks. I just think Marco Silva's subs are really, really poor. Early on the season, they were good, but recently I think he's just... when we were 1-0 up with 50 minutes gone, I think he should have looked at that game and said, these are getting back into this game. I need to make a change. I need to put some energy in this team. We're 1-0 up. let's change something now, and he didn't. And before you knew it, we were 2-1 behind. They soon as second half, they come out and they had loads of energy. We didn't have any. Making it, be brave, be bold, make an early sub, change something that either breaks the game up or put some energy into it, and he didn't, and I think that cost us. And you look at the Merseyside derby, he made 2 subs with 5 minutes to go in a game where we needed energy putting into it. Newcastle was the same. After an hour, make a couple of changes and put some energy. Lookman comes on, I don't think he puts energy into the game. He just gets the ball and he tries to do something that changes the game. It annoys me about Silva. I don't think he does it well enough. I don't think he doesn't see that. He likes a certain set of players. We were losing the midfield. Bring Tom Davies on. Add something to the midfield. Bulk it out a bit. And say to them, right, you're not going to get through us, and we're good enough to go down and score another goal. It really bugged me as subs tonight. I just thought they were really poor. They were really reactive. And that's one of the things that annoyed me about Allardyce. When we played them last season at their ground, 10 minutes ago, it's 0-0, and he was going to bring Schneiderlin on, and they scored, and then he had to bring Dominic Calvert-Lewin on. I hate that. Be proactive, don't be reactive. And that really annoyed me about tonight, really bugged me. So there you have it. They've been my ratings. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Have I been too generous? Have I gone over the top about someone and given too much of a low score? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Check out our other videos. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later.